thing I spit rare, we sounded that great. Area podcast, they talk about hip-hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting, I be making people...
So let's start at the beginning then. Have Drake and Kanye West ever actually been cool?
Yes.
I believe so.
Like, genuinely?
Yeah,
man. In the beginning, when Drake was looking up to Wayne and him, that's when they got along. Because, you know, in Kanye's head, Drake is a fan, he's not a threat.
Yes, completely agree with that. Right at the beginning, Drake, like even on the early mixtapes, obviously, he showed the whole world that he was a fan of Kanye. Kanye was his idol. Kanye didn't see him as a threat then. They were cool at the beginning.
Also, Drake wasn't big enough to threaten Kanye as well for quite a while.
I feel like Drake was an instant threat to Kanye, though. With the cosigns he had coming in, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z on the first album, you know what I mean? As in, maybe before that album, because
that's what I was saying.
He does have a song on it, or does have a production on it. Maybe they were cool, they were friends, they were working together, whatever. And then Kanye maybe turned around and was like, wait a minute. This guy's actually got something going on here that I'm not really vibing with, but he didn't really vocalize it per se. He kind of might have kept it to himself. Because you got to remember back then, Kanye was kind of stable. He wasn't like the Kanye we know now. Like, who will say anything that he thinks. He was kind of a little bit more withdrawn.
Yeah, I'm more with you. I think that Drake was definitely cool with Kanye, at least in the beginning. And maybe Kanye was right at the start, but I'm sure Kanye said something about how, you know how he did the beat for Find Your Love, and it ended up going to Drake and this and that. And Kanye said something along the lines of, I was cool with like, you know, writing for him and giving him my beat until he got too big. And then I was like, oh crap.
That's that interview. Yeah, you're right. And then he was saying now I had to bring some different type of energy because now he's thinking he's at this like higher level. And I was a bit like, and he was a bit wary of it. I think that was a turning point.
That quote's from 4 years after, though. I think Find Your Love came out 2009.
Yeah, 09, 2010. It was the first album, wasn't it? It was, Drake's debut.
I think that quote's from Yeezus kind of era.
Yeah, it could have been a retrospective thing. Maybe he wasn't that bothered at the time. But at the same time, Drake's been, let's face it, since Drake broke in 2009, he's been huge. I'm not saying he was bigger than Kanye in the early days. He wasn't, but he's been huge.
Yeah, no, he came into the game with a serious bang, but then he also had a mad leg up. Like, I don't feel like Kanye had the same leg up into the game. Like,
Kanye fought for it.
Yeah, he was working with Jay-Z, but then people also tell him, don't rap, you're terrible at rapping, it's bad, whatever. So he had like a different journey into the spotlight than Drake. Drake was kind of like, he came out, he had that mixtape that everyone heard, everyone loved it, then the album dropped, everyone heard it, everyone loved it, and then since then it's been fucking Drake season. Let's not lie. Nearly 11 years of Drake season. Kanye season never ended, but it also never started like this, and it never really has gone to this, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like 50 Cent sort of between 2002 to 2005, 6, but triple it.
Yeah, and obviously with a lot more range, shall we say? Because Drake is a singy man and a this and a that and whatever. But I don't think. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry. That moth flew right in front of me. I missed it twice.
Little OVO fly came in.
Yeah, trust me. But yeah, I don't think Drake is really consciously like in a beef with Kanye up until the last couple years.
It's been, do you know what? I was thinking to myself coming into this, like, Drake was fine with Kanye, and Kanye's always had, even if it was passive aggressive, he's always felt threatened, but they've been cool on the surface. But even like back in like 2011, when we started to know that Watch the Throne was coming and things like that, Drake was saying things on radio like, me and Wayne have got an album, and I hear these other guys are doing one too, and then there was do you remember the I'm on one verse where he said, I just feel like the throne's for the taking? Do you know, there was something there. There was something. But to me, that was always just completely friendly, competitive nature. But then when you listen back to some of the interviews on the radio, there's a bit of spice in there, and you think, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because there were things that Kanye did early on as well. Like Drake was on All the Lights, wasn't he? Or he did a verse for it and it didn't end up on the album.
Yeah, but that's Kanye's typical behavior. He takes people on and off stuff all the time, and not necessarily because of beef or jealousy, just because his mind changes. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, Drake came out and said that he was. I mean, Drake is going to come out and say that he's okay with it, but he didn't look like he was that hurt by it because Kanye does this stuff. Like, he's not. It wouldn't. Drake's not the only person that's happened to.
Yeah. If you do a Kanye verse and it makes on the album, you're lucky. Not the other way around. Of, like, if you get picked, you're lucky. If you do one and it gets picked, then you're lucky. It's not like if you do a verse for him, it's instantly coming out. It's going on something. Like, Kanye works with so many different people when he's making an album, especially with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know that album was really contentious and it was like he only wanted the best of the best. Maybe Drake's verse was mid and he didn't want no mid verse on there.
I'm with you both, but this is Drake, the petty king. Self-proclaimed petty king.
The overseer of many things.
You know, so I'm just saying there were little things that happened fairly early on that kind of suggested that there was at the very least a sort of competitive nature there between the two of them.
But what's the competition? Is the competition who's the better rapper or who's the bigger artist? Because there's completely different conversations to be had there.
I think it's bigger artists.
It's definitely bigger artists.
Yeah,
bigger artists.
It's nothing to do with MCing.
Divide
It's
that
not
into
about
two
MCing.
then. Bigger artist or bigger celebrity? Because Kanye is the bigger celebrity. 100,000 times bigger than Drake.
I think it's about the music. It is about the music.
Are we still talking about
bigger artists?
I'm talking back then.
Like
I'm talking back then.
2011,
Yeah. I'm talking about then.
It's about sales. It's about radio play. It's about like who's the bigger bigger artist in the culture at that point. I think because it couldn't have been to do with the art. Because if Kanye's just coming off the back of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, no one in their right mind is going to say they're a better artist at that time. Do you know what I mean? And Drake made, at this point he'd not even dropped Take Care. So I think it was about who's bigger. And Drake had bigger singles at the time, from what I remember.
Bigger singles, but not a bigger album. I'm pretty sure My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy sold multiples on Drake's debut, which is, you can't really compare the two, but they came out around the same time, and then Take Care came out afterwards. I still think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy did better than Take Care as well. I'd argue to say maybe did better than both them albums combined.
Yeah, let's have a look. You might be right. I don't know about first week, but overall,
100%. I'm confident saying overall. First week's a different thing. But I remember when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped, it was a different mood.
You're right.
You weren't hearing any of that in the club. Oh, maybe
So
you hear Power a little bit, but you were hearing Drake's album
Drake's
in the
got
club.
the motto though.
This
The
is what I'm
motto on
saying.
Take Care.
Yeah.
Take Care was
The motto
Take Care was the
bangs,
year after.
sorry.
Though.
But then from the album, you got Crew Love, you got the motto, you have
Them
so
uni
many
vibes.
songs. Trust me. In the club here. That you knew it was time. Don't know why that would play in the club. It used to completely dead the dance. You can't dance to that song.
So this is where it comes back to the whole. If Kanye didn't feel threatened at this point, I think he did the year after. So 2010, when Drake dropped his debut, Thank Me Later, he sold 447,000 first week.
That's
right?
great numbers,
which
by
is
the way.
healthy.
Yeah.
And Ye sold 496,000. So that's not that much more. But this is Wiki, so I don't know how accurate it is. But if you go to the next year, right, highest first week sales, Take Care then went on and sold 631,000. So,
Damn.
But what was Watch the Throne saying?
Watch the Phone was
millions.
436.
You lie.
Seriously?
You lie. You tell so much lies. That's not accurate. We got to throw that sauce in the bin, man.
But that's how big Drake is. Like, that's facts.
And both years, that's the number 2 and number 3 albums. So 2010, Eminem sold almost 1 million first week. And then 2011, the Carter 4 sold almost 1 million. Yeah, that just shows how big Wayne was as well. Though.
Wayne was huge. I remember
I
when
rate
Carter
that.
4 dropped out, man. And then
The Carter 3 as well was like
The Carter 3 bang though. That's a different move because
that's
album,
a different animal.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Carter
I'm
4,
still
almost 1 million.
But John, that's all I have to say for Carter 4, man. I have to play that
But
off.
I don't understand the Watch the Throne numbers. But okay, all right. Let's think about it like this. First week numbers, are they important? Or are we going to look at like certifications? So like platinums and diamonds, and should we look at that instead? Because I feel like that's a
I'm
fairer
interested
thing to
in
look
that.
at.
Yeah.
I know both of Drake's albums went platinum, but I know My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy has gone at least double platinum, and Watch the Throne must have gone something near platinum. Because
I don't think you're gonna like this.
I probably won't, but it's not making sense to me that
man.
Drake has sold.
Drake's numbers are so mad though.
They're so inflated. Like, can we take away
Drake
some?
is very
like,
much a pop artist, isn't he? He's
Can we take away
whereas
like
Kanye's-
half of them to make it realistic?
What? No.
Just from Drake. Give Drake a
Just
handicap.
lying, but- So according to Wiki, there's so many different certifications, but let's go the RIAA one, whatever that is.
That's
That's the
the
American
main
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the US one for Twisted Fantasy is ×3 platinum.
Yeah, obviously.
And let's go to Thank Me Later is 2
Twice.
times platinum.
Yeah, I
But
know
Take
that.
Care is ×4. No, sorry, Take Care is ×6.
That's not right. That's not right,
That's
man.
huge.
Now I feel why Kanye's pissed off at Drake. Why are these
×6.
things even things to be done?
No,
6
but
times
you got to
platinum.
remember though.
That's why
that's
Kanye's
disgusting.
pissed. That's why Kanye's pissed though.
That's why I'm
That's
pissed.
disgusting, man. ×6. I thought you were gonna say ×4 or something. ×6.
Isn't that
is a
6
joke.
million copies sold or
That
something
is
stupid
a
like that,
joke.
Sean?
That's 6 million, yeah.
Nah.
And that's just America.
Oh wait, what are we doing? No, there we go.
No, where's the board?
There's the
Yeah,
board.
we've got no board.
We do have a board.
Yeah, no, I'm not hearing anything.
What do you mean you're not hearing anything? Oh, I've been banging it bears, bro. I've been banging. It's in the recording. Don't worry about that. Oh, let's get this out of the way. I know why. I was wondering why is no one reacting to my things. I was playing bear stuff. I was playing some of this. Wait. Oh, now I can't hear it.
We need to edit the fuck out of that.
Oh no, that's not on this board. This is a completely different board. The new board. The new board has only us on it. This board has all of this. Can you hear that now?
Yeah, yeah, we got
Yeah, I
that.
can hear that.
Oh, I played this.
got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
We got to try and put ourselves back into the mind frame of like 2010, 2011 times 2012, where you like. I'm looking at Drake's singles. So you had Marvin's Room, which was pretty big. Headlines, huge. Make Me Proud, big. The Motto, huge.
No, the
There's-
motto was
There's
massive.
like 6
man.
or 7 songs in the album that are massive.
Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
fucking
fucking
right.
right.
Yeah.
Crew Love,
Crew Love. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, Crew
every
Love
single
was
one.
disgusting.
Over My Dead Body. All
Yeah,
these
but
songs are
have you
massive.
said headlines? Have you said headlines?
Yeah, he
She
said
said
Yeah,
headlines.
that was
Yeah,
second
because
single,
that was.
What's the song with what's it? Kendrick on it? Dying of Thirst? Nah, that's not what it's called.
No, no.
Buried alive.
That's it. I knew something about dying. That one was hard.
Something about dying. Oh my god.
No, whatever.
No, it makes sense what he said in it. Allow him.
All right, so I think it's safe to say at that point, like early on, that they were competing with each other. Do you know what I mean?
What's wrong with
I know
you?
Drake-
I
We
don't
need
know
a
the name of
video
the
for
song,
that.
bro. All right, allow me. Jesus Christ.
Dying of Thirst, you know.
That's a song, though. That is a Kendrick song
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's Kendrick's song, not Drake's song.
Ah,
But
whatever.
anyway,
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that the early days, so we're talking what, like 09 to 2012, as much as Drake obviously admired Kanye, there was a competitive nature there, and probably more so coming from Kanye West.
Who else was
Feel
at the
like
top
there
of the
was-
game then, though?
Top of the game then?
Wayne.
Eminem.
Eminem was falling off.
Yeah, you got to say Wayne.
yeah, I think it is Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I think Eminem's it's misleading. I think a lot of Eminem's fan base isn't the
No,
culture.
but he had like I Need a
Whereas Wayne's
Doctor,
is
all them songs at them times. He was still
not afraid. Yeah,
yeah, he was all right. He was falling off.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But Eminem has, if
Who
you look at the
else?
numbers, Eminem has never fallen off. But you know what I mean when I say he was falling
Let's have a
off.
look.
Eminem's numbers are only going exponentially up.
I think they're going up. Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
His fan base is just crazy.
His fans are probably buying 2-3 versions of 2-3 copies of the album, which is what's making his numbers go up on a mad thing.
So 2012 was in terms of sales a much weaker year. Maybe the streaming was really kicking in at this point. But the highest sales first week were Nicki with Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, and that was like 250,000.
Oh yeah, do you know
Anyway.
what? At this time, it took a couple of years before streaming became like considered in part of the sales numbers.
There's that, and I feel like
Yeah.
as well, this is the time where like it was really easy to pirate music, like super easy. Like
Oh yeah,
20
yeah.
Oh, it was way too easy.
2010
At this
to,
time,
like,
it was
2013.
ridiculous.
you could just literally type in a song .mp3 and you'd get it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So maybe that's why the numbers are down. Yeah.
struggle for the industry.
What were
at
you
that
saying,
point.
Sean?
I'm just trying to think of, like Sam was saying, who was at the top of the game at that point. I mean, this is the time where what we call like our golden generation was coming through. So Drake debuted, Cole debuted, Kendrick debuted. We're talking what?
Wait, for clarity,
Meek,
can we look at
Big
Cole's
Sean.
debut numbers? Because that
Nicki was
yeah.
definitely up there as well.
Nicki was a
Let's
pop
not
artist
forget
from the
her.
beginning though, because Starships and all
Nicki,
those songs
yeah.
were playing in the club. So those were
So
big songs. Let's see what
But
Cole's
she was always
debut.
a rapper, though. Always a rapper in hip hop culture. Still,
100%, 100%. She was just different. She was always different, and that's a great thing. But if we see Cole's numbers, because that's an example of one artist that Lil Wayne's pushed and another artist that Jay-Z's pushed, and then we see what those numbers look like, and then whether or not Drake is just some mad powerhouse of music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he is. He sold like triple the amount first week of Cole that year. So Cole sold 217,000.
I thought that's actually a good achievement as well. You know,
It is, yeah.
That's actually really good. That's really good.
Drake's debut the year before was double, and then Take Care was like triple that. But
Yeah, that's mad.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
mad.
not a slight on Cole. It's just the different
numbers.
kinds of artists.
Yeah, fair enough. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Was Drake doing anything interesting at that time? Is what I'm trying to get at.
he like popularized the sing rapping, right? Like nobody was doing it really, like other than Cudi and Kanye. But like he did it in this pop sphere. I think that's what
I
it
feel
is.
like Cudi. I always say that Cudi and Drake would have made it without Kanye and 808s, but 808s opened the door, if that makes sense.
I don't know though, because it takes a long time for
Drake had the
listeners to get used to
R&B
things.
No. I know what you mean. I think it
Like, it took a
while
few
for people
years,
to
didn't it?
accept the sound and appreciate it. And I mean, you look now and it can be heard everywhere. Like, as much as Baby Keem recently, there's so much 808s in that, I think. But in the moment, I do think it kind of prepared people for, especially Cudi, because Cudi was writing on that. Cudi was featured on that. It just kind of alongside. That's why I would say he didn't necessarily need it, because he already had what's the big single, Day and Night. He already had that. It was already popping. Drake was already making a career for himself, mixtapes wise.
Yeah.
But So Far Gone definitely had that sort of airy, spacey, moody feel to it that his previous mixtapes didn't. I mean, he had this. What was it? Say What's Real, which was the cover for. What's the first track on 808's called? My mind's gone blank.
I know
Say you will.
Say You Will.
Yeah, Say You Will. Yeah.
I like that
there's
version more than I like
definitely
Kanye's
connections.
version as well, because it just hits different. Even though Say You Will is a great song, it's just like I prefer the content of what Drake is saying. It's more relatable. It's a bit more easy to digest than hey. You know, I'm not really here for that all the time.
But the difference between I love that. Sorry, I love that. I've got a butt in there. I love that. So I've been listening
There's
to
a better version Kanye re-released. You know, a few years ago on SoundCloud, he dropped like an update of it. It was mad.
I used to relax
Really
with that,
good.
man.
It's really good. I was gonna say, in retrospect, like rappers that sing wasn't a big thing before 808s, but after it was.
Lil Wayne sang,
Like that's
bro.
that's just a fact. Well,
fully
did he?
singing though.
Before
singing.
2007,
Nah. Before 2007.
and
But
that's when
soon after.
808s came out. But that's the thing. That's what I was saying. After 808s, it was a thing. Before it
Yeah.
wasn't.
But I think we
the
got to
reason why
define the
Drake
difference
popped-
though. Go on, Sean.
Sorry, I was going to say, I think the reason why Drake, one of the reasons why Drake popped in the way he did was because, I mean, he had the R&B influence as well, but he's just always made safer music. He's always aimed for the charts, for the
So
radio
safe.
play. I don't mean to be like
Oh,
disrespectful.
no,
I just mean
100%.
that his music is, and sometimes to the benefit of the art, is more palatable than, say, a Cudi. Who, and I like Cudi's voice, but it's not to the casual listener's ear. It's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not as easy to listen to as Drake singing on "Find Your Love" or on "Take Care." Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
I think Drake's motive from day one was always, "I want to be the biggest. I want to sell the most." And
he
it
doesn't
shows
look
in
to
his music.
break boundaries either, does he? He's just like you say, he plays it safe, and he knows what he's good at, and he does that, and it appeals to the larger market. And like you said, I think in his head, I just want to be the biggest artist. That's what he wants to be. It's not looking to test himself or be creative.
There's sing rapping, there's melodic rap, and then there's what Drake does. And just from those two branches that he kind of dabbles in between, it's allowed so many different artists to have a career, even though it's like, for me, Kid Cudi sings, like properly sings, yeah? He's singing, but he's not a great singer. Kanye sings, and he tries to be a great singer, but then he auto-tunes it so that it gets that melodic, rappy vibe. But then Drake did the best of the two, because he's been doing that since the day one. He used to sing his own hooks and all that kind of stuff. But it was never like, no one would ever say, oh, Drake's a great singer.
No.
Never.
No.
No.
But there are now rappers that are great singers.
He has had songs where, like, there are some songs from Drake where he sings that when I think, oh, that's a great record. Like something like Hold On, We're Going Home, or whatever it's called. From day one, I thought, oh, this is a great song. And even though his singing isn't amazing, he sounds good.
He sounds good in the space he's occupying in between all the backing vocals and stuff as well. If you know what I mean, it doesn't feel uncomfortable.
But yeah, I never one of the reasons why at first I never connected with Drake was because I wasn't feeling the singing, and then especially when Frank and The Weeknd came out, I was like, oh, I don't need this.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't need this. And then I low key was listening to Take Care a lot, but I wouldn't admit it. And then, I'll be honest.
No, back then, Sean was all about the oldest rap he could find. Like, you heard his rap from 1942. These men are talking about the depression and that, bruv.
I was banging. I was banging. Things like Mobb Deep and all sorts of things around that time. But then something like, what's that song called? What's the first track on the album called?
Over My Dead Body.
Oh, now I would say to you, that's just great.
That's it.
What an opening to that album. Oh,
that's the Drake that's missing
greatest.
Now, isn't it? Is the
yeah,
Drake that makes albums.
Big time.
The first 4 projects for Drake were albums, yeah? And then since then, it's just been songs smushed together.
DOB masks itself like an album, though, but we'll get into that.
No,
it masks.
Don't say things like this, man, because then we're gonna jump ahead of where we're already at, yeah. And I'm just gonna go on my rant.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing it.
Let's quickly get through. Let's get through the timeline. So, like, it seems like 2013 times to about 2016, they're on better terms, right? Drake and Kanye. I think Kanye comes out at OVO Fest. Drake loves it up and says it's the biggest moment. Yeah, several times, but says it's the biggest moment of his career. The first time, Ye's downplaying the sort of back and forth and the this and that the media is trying to create. I am skipping ahead here, but then it gets to like 2016. And do you remember that single Summer 16 that we got?
Yeah, and
there was like Actually, no, I am skipping because we did forget one thing. There was I don't know if you remember this, there was the 2014 Rolling Stone interview. And it was kind of like after this where Drake was like, I'm not doing interviews anymore because they apparently twisted his words.
Oh, yeah.
He said some stuff about Kanye's bars on Yeezus. I think it was I'm in it. And was just like,
he said he wasn't feeling them, was he? He didn't, yeah.
He said, but then they quoted him saying something like, even Fabulous wouldn't say shit like that.
Yeah,
and even that, I was like, would Drake say that? Like, really? I did. That was it. So I kind of believe Drake, where like maybe things were twisted and but nothing really came of it. So there wasn't like it didn't turn into a beef or anything like that. Because they did the record Blessings. Do you remember Blessings with Big Sean?
That was a big song. Like that was a big song.
And then this was the time where there was the rumors about the dual project between Kanye and Drake.
We're getting into times.
Kanye said a really weird thing though when Blessings dropped. I remember seeing a tweet or something like that, and
this was the time he was tweeting a lot.
It looked really sarcastic though. He was like, "I can't believe I'm on a track with the biggest artist in the world. This is the privilege. It's so amazing." It's something like that.
This is what I'm saying.
How can you read that and not think that's sarcasm though?
How are we fucking
definitely
dividing up Kanye's life? Right? Are we gonna talk about because we got to talk about it like this: pre Taylor Swift outburst, yeah, as in before his mum died, and now, because he's just became an unreliable narrator ever since that time. He just says stuff to say it.
It is after his mum passed away though, really. I think he just became a different person.
I don't think he became a different person. I think he actually became more fearless, if that makes sense. I'm not doubting that he was saying these things behind closed doors, but saying them in public is a completely different move.
That's true. Very true.
Because there's some interviews that go back to like 2002 and he is saying some wild stuff, as in
exactly.
Like the confident levels are through the roof. So I don't think Kanye West has changed that much. I agree with Sam. I think that the death of his mother it's like a combination of trauma, I guess mental health issues, and then just kind of being like, fuck it, man, I've lost the the most important person in my life. No one or nothing can hold me back now. You know, I've gone through the worst of it. What's the worst that can happen now?
But when I say he's an unreliable narrator, so when you say, I don't remember who said it, but he's on a song with the best artist in the world or the biggest artist in the world, I do think that's sarcasm. I think that's him taking the piss. He has a dark sense of humor.
It's mad.
This is the thing, though. This is what I'm saying. I feel like this for a long time. There's always just been something about Drake that he just doesn't.
It's always like, Kanye, isn't it? That starts it off.
Yeah. But Theo's right. We get to like Wolves times where they're talking about this apparent joint album, and this is like 2016. That, you know, they live in the same area in Calabasas or something like that. But there was that Summer 16 song where Drake had the line about having the bigger pool. And then I think Kanye was on Big Boy's Neighborhood or something like that. And they were like, Kanye, is it true? Like, does Drake have the bigger pool? And he goes, I have three.
Yeah, I actually have three pools.
Yeah. So petty. But stuff like that. And then Pop Style had the throne on there. And do you remember when that came out and Jay-Z had like 3-4 lines or something like that?
I don't know why Jay-Z had two. There was two, I think. There's two bars.
Lines.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. But then I think Ye said that he only had 2 lines because he was with Jay at the time, and Jay just wanted to jump on it, which Drake then later said in I can't remember which interview it was, found that very strange and weird, but he was like, all right, because it was originally just for Kanye, but Jay was there, so Jay hopped on for
that was weird,
2 lines, whatever he did.
If I was Drake, I'd feel privileged though. Like Jay wanted to hop on.
Yeah, but then he took them both off completely, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
but the thing is, that's because Kanye's done that to him so many times. Kanye did it on
then
Wolf.
it was and it's mad because obviously he did that, but then Kanye then later came out when he was, I can't remember what tour this was, but he was saying they came off the record in respect to Meek Mill because that's when Drake was beefing Meek Mill at the time.
Yeah,
even
wasn't
though
it a label thing as well?
Respect Meek Mill, that doesn't make no sense to me.
I know it doesn't. But
what does Kanye and Jay-Z, did they even have a song with Meek Mill? I don't think they have songs with Meek Mill.
No, I don't think they do.
No, that doesn't make no sense to me. Maybe because everybody likes Rick Ross. No one wants to follow Rick Ross.
But did Ye not say something? Wasn't that during one of his rants, like right towards the end?
It was. It was
just
a rant
before he went into the hospital. Because he says, I feel like in almost the same sentence, he says something about not wanting to disrespect Meek, but then saying something about how Apple and Tidal didn't see eye to eye about it because obviously Drake's project was being pushed by Apple. You know, Jay-Z was connected with Tidal, but then I feel like Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, they definitely said that. Yeah. They definitely
all
said
in the
that.
All in the same breath. So it was like you might as well have just went with the latter. That would have just made more sense. Do you know what I mean?
But he was saying a lot of stuff back then. A lot of stuff.
He was saying a lot of stuff because then we've also failed to mention he came out and then he was annoyed because you know when Drake did For Free with DJ Khaled, he was also getting annoyed at that coming out saying, stop having radio plays with like DJ Khaled saying For Free.
So they were paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I understood where Kanye was coming from, though. Like it was annoying, but
that song's not even out no more, you know. Or it might be out now, but there was a lot of songs that came out back then with DJ Khaled and Drake that aren't out now. There was one song called To The Max. That song's not out anymore, which is weird to me because it's why does Drake do the DJ Khaled songs if Drake is the bigger artist? Like, how much does DJ Khaled pay Drake for this that he feels like this is okay?
I don't know, man.
Because we're in the same time period of 2016 when Drake and Khaled became an unstoppable machine, innit?
Yeah. So we're at a time where Kanye West is ill, let's face it. You know, he's coming towards the end of the Pablo tour. I think that was around the time that Kim Kardashian got robbed or something like that in the hotel room.
Yeah.
He's not in a good frame of mind, basically.
Nah.
And he's saying a lot of stuff in his rants and whatnot. So he goes into the hospital and kind of goes quiet 2017. I feel like around that time, Drake dropped that track, Two Birds, One Stone, where he dissed Pusha T and Cudi. I feel like that happened.
Wait, where's the part where Drake said something about Kid Cudi's mental health? Where was that?
That's the one.
That's the song. That's the one. Two Birds, One Stone. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. I feel like that's late 2016, but then it ends up on More Life. And then I remember him doing an interview with Semtex, I think, and he was asked about like what Kanye said, and he said something like, I appreciate like he's going through something right now, but you could tell he weren't happy about it. Do you know what I mean? He was pissed off that Kanye said what he said. So it's kind of there's sort of, I guess there's a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come the following year, in my mind, like looking back at it retrospectively. I don't know how you feel about that, but yeah, especially that Drake was taking a jab at Cudi in relation to mental health
that was
problems.
That never sat right with me.
Yeah, but we didn't cancel Drake the way we've cancelled other people for saying outrageous things, which is just speaks volumes about how much we like Drake. Let's not like, even though we're going to probably trash Drake in the next like however long we're talking, we give Drake so many blighs and let him off with so much stuff.
I think that moment I did realize though, Drake's a villain. Like he'll say horrible things.
No, because when he got gunned for by Pusha, all of a sudden it's you can't say that in the beef. But
that his team is stronger than Drake.
Was,
that showed you that Drake's team controls him. It's not the other way around.
See, the way I viewed it at the time was that when Drake said that about Cudi, I was actually quite shocked at the backlash in a way, because people have said much worse stuff on records.
100%.
Think about like what Tupac said on "Hit 'Em Up," and there's just
because people like Cudi though, innit? And we all know he's on the edge, especially at that point. So how are you going to say that to someone?
Cudi's never given off that bad man persona, and then Drake came for him with that bad man persona that he likes to jump into every now and again.
There was no need,
but it's not genuine because that's not who he is.
I get you, Kieran. I think it's partly that. I think it's partly the image that has been portrayed of Drake. I think there was always this thing that he was a soft man, and this and that.
Well, he's a certified lover boy.
Out of character. But if you've really followed and listened to his bars over the years, he's constantly been in sort of subliminal battles with people, constantly. So maybe this was, like you said, I think villain's a right word. I think Drake's always been kind of up for it and, not been as soft as people made out to be in terms of his pen. But when it came to the Cudi thing, it was like, that's a little bit darker. That's a bit, the man's down and you're saying this. But then at the same time, I know Cudi wasn't well, or, apparently he wasn't, but you got to watch what you say. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to downplay mental health, but at the same time, like, there are consequences when you disrespect someone.
I think Cudi was treating people like shit. Like Lupe had something with him as well.
Yeah, Lupe said he wanted to punch him in the face or something.
Yeah, Lupe still doesn't forgive him. He said Cudi's the one person he can't forgive. He can forgive anyone else, but Cudi, no.
So Drake drops More Life. He does the interview where you can tell he's not really happy with what Kanye said on that tour. And then we get to 2018. Kanye kind of makes his return. There's the whole, I think, the MAGA hat stuff. There's, the whatever going on. And he announces the whole Good Music rollout. Do you remember? The 5 albums, 7 tracks on each album. Coincidentally, around the time that Drake announces an album's coming, we get Liftoff, Poop Diddy Scoop and all that. And we don't really know at the time what the hell that's about, but we do find out eventually.
I'm sorry, that was a ridiculous moment. We didn't have a group chat back then.
Probably his best jab, I think. I think that was his best jab he's ever done.
We didn't have a group chat.
How's he dropping the beat that Drake really wants?
Oh no,
he's saying that. Sean was like, I don't think I can listen to Kanye West anymore.
On streamings though? I think that's still on streaming services.
100% is. 100% is. But Sean was like, I don't think I can listen to Kanye West anymore. I was like, do you not hear how hard this is? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, nah, it's stupid. It's completely stupid.
Because we didn't know, did we, at the time? There wasn't, we didn't have infrared at this time. There was no Duppy freestyle. It was just this coincidental thing that Kanye and Drake were dropping around the same time, and this weird song came out. And then there was a song with T.I. as well that hasn't really
was crap.
aged well.
That conversation with. So
it
dumb.
never sounded good though. It
sounded like a weirdly edited podcast. You know what I mean? It just made no sense. But everyone was lauding up, this is the most intelligent thing anyone could ever do. I was like, I don't think it is. I think you guys are just making it up as you go along.
Yeah. And for some reason, T.I. was the man to sit down with Kanye and try and...
But wasn't T.I. at the brink of getting cancelled? Wasn't he saying he used to check his daughter's hymen and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, he's cancelled now. I'm saying it.
Guy, man.
He was cancelled stuff that made no sense.
Who does that to their own daughter, man?
Who does that in general?
And he's but it's just how he was like proud about it. I'm like, man, you need to get yourself checked.
I think he was supporting DaBaby vocally recently as well.
What?
I'm saying like DaBaby has the right to say this.
No, T.I. just
he's so cancelled right now.
T.I. needs to jam. He needs to jam all the way back because he's He's on the brink of basically not existing anymore with the way he's moving.
Yeah. The less said, the better.
Back to the topic.
Back to the topic. Okay, so Daytona drops, Infrared drops, Pusha T responds to Two Birds, One Stone, or whatever it is. And it just, to me at the time, I knew who he was talking about. Sorry, obviously, there was the whole. Does he even say Quentin in it?
He says Quentin. Yeah, he says Quentin.
Yeah. So it was so obvious, but they've had a back. We could do a whole different conversation about Drake and Pusha T over the years because it goes back far. But I didn't think anything of it. And then Duppy Freestyle drops, and we've got to try and put ourselves in the mind frame of not hearing the story of Adidon. Duppy Freestyle was a great record. I thought, it
was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah. Like I don't know if I call it a diss. Would you call it a diss? Yeah, it's a diss record.
Well, no, the thing is, it was a response. But it was a response, but he was going more at Kanye than he was at Push. That's kind of why people might think, oh yeah, it's not really. Well, it was obviously he responded to Push, but the bar, he was doing it to Kanye. You could hear the sort of venom and the anger towards Kanye in that track.
So I call it and I don't mean in terms of. So I'll quickly say my opinion on this first. When it comes to Takeover and Ether, over time I've realised that Takeover was the better diss record. Okay,
likewise.
Nas had the shock value and the insults and that, and as a younger person, that was like, oh my god, it's amazing. But over time, you grow up a bit and you realise that Jay-Z's pretty much talking facts. I felt like Duppy Freestyle was a bit like that. However, what Pusha T followed up with the story of Adidon not only had the shock
Unseen.
value, it was also truth.
Man,
and it's probably one of the greatest diss records of all time.
It brought too much stuff out. It's like you said, Sean. You said you felt like you were hearing a private conversation that you shouldn't have heard, and I was just like, I didn't realize like what's going on here, but it's definitely not for me to know. And to be honest, it's the first time we've seen Drake lose, if you want to talk about losing.
Yeah.
Off the back of his last beef, like his last public beef with Meek Mill, where he absolutely destroyed the guy, made a club banger that still plays to this day, completely upset our whole man's life, yeah? To this, it's not like it's just like a loss. It is a complete and utter, eradication. I genuinely thought that would be the end of Drake's career. Especially the way everything came out with the blackface and all this kind of stuff.
I thought it would be because it's the way on that record how he's like, you are hiding a child, and it was the shock value. And you're like, flipping.
I remember exactly where I was when I heard that. So I went on holiday. I was in Rhodes, right, and I'm sitting on the beach, and it was the day that Ye came out. I think around that time or the day after or something like that. And I'm sitting on the beach and I'm catching up on everything. And I'm hearing Duppy Freestyle. And I'm like, oh, this is hard. I like this. And I'm already seeing there's a response. And I see the cover art and I'm like, no way, this is foul. What's going on there? I
thought that was Photoshop, And then when I found the pictures, actually realized, like, how did you find this? Why has this not come out before now?
Yeah. And I'm listening through. First of all, the beat comes on. I'm like, no, don't do this. What's about to happen here? And he starts off and I'm like, okay, right. Yeah. Nothing amazing at first. And I'm trying to remember the bars off the top of my head. But basically, when I heard the bit about you are hiding a child, that boy come home, I stopped the song. And I took my headphones out and I'm on the beach and I'm looking around like, is anyone else hearing this? Like, what's going on here? I couldn't believe what I was hearing, right? And it just gets worse. It just like the bit towards the end about
the bit about 40. The bit about 40 is horrible. But like, evil. I swear, someone on this group was talking about 40 like that when CLB dropped. I'm just saying.
That wasn't me. What? That was not me. That might have been me.
Theo was saying some deep things about 40.
It could have been me. I ain't gonna lie, but it definitely wasn't me. You know them ones where it sounds like something I would do.
It was borderline a Didon.
Oh no!
No, it wasn't that bad. About 40, but I mean, I did say man should retire and stuff, but I'm not going through his head and saying, man, 40's what hunchback like he's 80 or something.
Nah, it was this. That man is 666. Oh jeez.
And then the bit that got me hyped as well is at the end. He's like Surgical Summer, Volume 1. I'm like, there's more.
Yes, more.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Said
No.
Surgical Summer.
Do you know what really deaded it off? Yeah, is when Drake was like, "I wrote something that was way worse, but I couldn't release." It's like, no,
That was dead.
You
No,
lied.
that was dead.
You lied. That's
And you
what
know
everyone says.
And you know what annoyed me? Like, so many people came out because you had DJ Academic saying, "Oh yeah, man, he had loads on him, and this thing would have ended Kanye's career."
In fairness,
if
though,
he
Jay
came
Prince
out.
said it. Like Jay Prince,
Yeah, but
and
no,
he's a
Academics
respected
came
guy.
out.
No, I know, but I mean, like
yeah.
before Drake said anything, Jay Prince was like, "Look, I stopped it from happening." Basically,
And Drake does say horrible things as well, as
Yeah.
we've realized.
but
in this
what could he
convo.
say about Pusha T? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
I think he would have. He
I
would
don't
have
think
gone
it
for
was about
Kanye.
Pusha T.
He was going to
Yeah,
go for
I think
Kanye.
he was
Just-
going for Kanye.
yeah.
The
He
beef
couldn't
is
do
left
anything
from
to
right
Pusha
though.
T.
That's
Yeah.
not making any sense. Why are you going to go for Kanye when you're talking to Pusha T?
I just think I think he would have. You know,
Because- I think the Kanye thing was like that. So that I'm trying to think of. I'm going off what Drake said, like in that interview with LeBron James and all that. He said that when they got to Wyoming to supposedly work on some music together, 40 went there early and was just like, the vibes off. He's working on an album. It's not what he said is going on. It's a bit weird. And they went anyway, and they ended up working on Kanye's album. Like he wrote Yikes and things like, or wrote, helped write Yikes and songs like that. And then Lift Yourself comes out after he gets back. He gets like a weird text from Kanye, Lift Yourself comes out. So even though Pusha T's prodded him on Infrared, I think from Jake's perspective, he was like, hold on a minute, like you're producing this song, I write for you, and you're letting this man discredit me. So there was, and I think because he has a somewhat personal relationship and a massive respect for Kanye West, that's who he was more upset
Can we
by.
acknowledge as well, though? There's a track called "What Would Meek Do" before Infrared too. I feel like it links to it. It definitely links.
Look, Kanye's not innocent in this. Like, no way.
Well, this beef is about Drake and Kanye, but you have to discuss this beef because it's still got Kanye fucking intertwined in all of it.
Yeah. And
he's the mastermind of it.
Yeah. And Duppy Freestyle as well, although it had shots of Pusha T, he's still coming for Kanye. He's like, know.
He says some fuck things about Kanye on that.
He says some horrible stuff.
That's why I think I pop style for 30 hours and let it repeat.
Yeah, that was
I remember listening to that. Wheel it. Yeah, so all that goes on. But this is actually, I don't know if this is a hot take. It might be because it's different to what you said, Sam. I actually think that what Meek did to Drake has had more of a detrimental impact on Drake than what Pusha T did. So in the moment, you got to hear me out with this as well, because Kieran's like, what the fuck's this going about?
I'm trying to process.
So, so I'll break it down.
It's a hot take.
I'll break it down. So Pusha T won the battle. In the moment, he had the shock value, and Drake took an L, right, in the battle. But if we look at what that did in terms of Drake's popularity, his success, anything like that, I mean, Scorpion was his highest selling album, I think. I'm not sure, might be wrong. Let's face it didn't hurt him in any way, shape, or form, really, other than in the moment. What Meek did for his reputation, it's never ever left Drake. Never. It's always tarnished him, because I think Drake, and this comes on to my overall thing about Drake and how I feel about his, more specifically his rapping, and how I think it's changed since the Meek Mill incident. I think prior to that, there was a hunger in Drake. There was a passion in his voice. There was energy there. I think he was he really wanted to prove himself to the rap world, to the hip hop community, that he could really do this rapping thing, that he could write, that he could bar, whatever. Because he always had that kind of stigma of the soft guy, the one that sings, that, talks about these relationships and this and that. There were the memes all the time of Drake. And I think with Nothing Was the Same, he was getting to that point of like really being respected in terms of crafting an album, being a great rapper. You had Tuscan Leather, you had Wu-Tang Forever, you had From Time. Do you know what I mean? And Take Their had songs like it as well. And I think what Meek Mill did by sort of exposing with the ghostwriter thing just has tarnished his reputation. I don't think he will ever be able to shake that. And I think that's why going forward, after Back to Back, which is another classic diss record, after that, I feel like Drake's approach when it comes to rapping is like I'm never going to win these guys over. I'm never going to be held up there with the greatest MCs of all time. I'm not putting all my energy into this anymore. I put some of it in. Like, we still get great Drake rap records. Don't get me wrong. There's things like Diplomatic Immunity and, there's plenty, but there's a different vibe to it. There's a different feel. It's not like the language, or it's not like The Ride. The Ride is an amazing Drake song. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like...
You're talking about classic rap records. Like, Drake doesn't really do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm talking bars. I think that, again, like I say, in the moment, it must have been very embarrassing what Pusha T did. It made him angry, this and that. But then 6 months later, who really cared? Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't really hurt him. The Meek Mill thing, I think it stuck with him from time. Excuse the pun.
Hey.
No, I agree with that. I was screw facing, but that all makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense,
a lot of sense, because he's
Pusha
never going to
T
get
thing,
away from that.
That's why he didn't reply, actually. His team was right to an extent. It was like, don't reply. You haven't actually lost anything yet, really. Like, you've got a kid everyone knows now. Cool. Just be a good dad, basically.
Which is now what he tries to do all over Instagram as well. That's the thing. He flouts that fact that he's a dad to, obviously, Adondis, or however you pronounce the name, and it's all over his Instagram. And you are right. Like, at the time, everyone's like, "Oh, this is gonna like fuck up Drake's career," but it hasn't. It's just made. It's made like, especially young girls are like, "Oh, look how amazing of a dad he's being." That doesn't affect.
But he was saying at the time. He was saying at the time that he was trying to find out whether the baby was his or not, because obviously we all now see the baby, blue eyes, blonde hair. Like, he was like, I was trying to figure out whether this was my baby, and I was thinking, that's not really the excuse you want to use, especially because your child may hear that in the future. You just want to say there was issues with the baby mum, blah blah blah. But even all the fumbles he made and the energy he was giving out in the interviews when he was trying to reclaim his name, I realized that he doesn't actually need to care anymore, because it doesn't matter what he does or says anymore. Like, he's unless he does something completely fucked, like, what I mean, Robert Kelly level stuff, I think Drake's fine.
Yeah. This is what I said last week, though. Drake's done enough to prove everything, really. Like, he could do anything. It won't tarnish what he's done.
I feel like Drake is untouchable, right? And when I say untouchable, I don't know if we're skipping bits or if I'm going too far ahead, yeah. But to release an album called Certified Lover Boy shows how untouchable you are. Because what the hell is that title? Art. That cover art is crap. It's the worst cover art I've ever seen in my life. It's 9 emojis.
It's one of the worst artworks I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, just conceptually.
Donda's artwork is better, and there's no artwork there.
Do you think that's the point?
Yeah, I think this whole album's supposed to be a joke, really and truly. It's not getting high ratings.
It's still selling the same amount, surely. It's not like it's done bad numbers. Everyone was talking about how, oh, wow, it's sold more than Donda. But it's like, as we established at the beginning, the Drake effect is mad. Drake will sell 3 times what you will sell and not even bat an eyelid.
I think this is why Drake pisses me off and puts me in a bad mood, like, on initial reactions. Because, like, he is annoying, It's annoying what he can do. Like, he can drop an album with such a bad artwork that means nothing. But it's like a bunch of pregnant women.
All the colours of pregnant women.
They're not even all colours, though. They're not even all colours, though.
Oh,
it's just...
I haven't looked
it's
at
a selection.
Like I haven't even looked at it.
Drake is in Eminem territory, where he's got such a huge fan base, and that fan base is predominantly made up of, and I'm not trying to be like, I don't know, snobby or pretentious, but casual music listeners. These aren't people that do what we do. They're not people that are like, listening to a new album every week and this and that. They're people that are, listening to the radio. They'll stick on a playlist on Spotify. They'll hear things in clubs. It's not a disrespect to anyone, but it's just Drake's music appeals to that kind of listener. It's not easy. It's not hard to digest. It's always going to be palatable to be played on the radio, to make the playlist, this and that. But I've had multiple conversations.
Though.
Yeah, that's
it didn't used to be.
But I mean, look, put it this way: I've had 2 or 3 conversations since the release of both albums, and everyone has said to me that Drake's album is better than Kanye West.
Exactly.
No.
Everybody's saying that.
Or basically everyone says it.
Or what they'll say is, I haven't listened to Drake's album yet, but what are the good songs? But then someone will say the exact same thing about Kanye's album. Like, I can't tell you what the good songs are on Kanye's album. You have to listen to the whole thing. But with Drake's album, I can be like, oh, this song, that song, and you might like these ones. But then as an album, I'm like, I don't know if this even counts as an album. It's just a bunch of songs. It's Instagram quotes and TikTok songs all thrown into one, you know what I mean, folder.
It's fair enough, you know. I like it's a hot take, but it's fair enough.
But I've got to a point now where that sort of like 5 years ago, especially when I was sort of in my teens, that sort of thing would have wound me up. I would have got angry and had an argument with someone. But I just sort of sit there and go, okay, fair enough. But, you know, like people I've spoken to, they just cannot listen to Donda chant, for instance. They cannot sort of sit there and sort of work out why he's done that and put, you know, what the meaning of that is. It's just all it is a word being said. Like they don't even know that it's his mum. Do you know what I mean? They don't actually, this is what I mean. It's casual listening. It's not actually understanding.
And they don't take the time to research or do anything. That's the thing that, I say it annoys me, but I can't get annoyed.
It's fair enough, though,
that's what a casual listener does. You are right, because a casual listener, if they listen to Donda chant, they are just going to think, why the hell is this guy saying Donda several times? But obviously to us, we know it's art. Like it is clear it's art, and it's
so obvious.
It's so obvious. But to a casual listener, they're just going to be like, why is everyone getting excited about someone saying Donda? But you got to look deeper than that. But they don't take the time to. So
yes, look, some people are just into other things. Some people aren't really into much at all. You know, like some people just aren't inclined to kind of, you know, sort of immerse themselves in whatever it is, whether it be music, film, TV, sport, whatever. And it's not for everyone. But I'm just saying from the conversations I've had so far with just people outside of you guys, it's just, you know, no one's feeling the Kanye album and everyone's liking the Drake one, but that happens every time. And it goes back to the whole thing with Scorpion. It's like, if you think about it, that album had God's Plan on, it had In My Feelings, it had Non-Stop, it had, do you know what I mean? Huge singles, Nice for What, which apparently was meant to have Kanye on.
Really?
That would have been so good.
Where are you getting this information from, Sean?
Yeah, where are you finding that from?
Nah, where are you getting this information from?
Do your Googles.
No, this guy. You're not Sean at theguardian.com.
Do your Googles.
That's another thing, though. In My Feelings, that obviously, that I think really sent Kanye over the edge.
Why?
Do you love me?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't feel like that's the shot that everyone thinks it is.
Honestly,
I think it's just a name,
honestly,
man. He's always just said random names.
I know it's the name, but I don't think Kanye took it like
it's sicko mode though. No, Theo, it's actually sicko mode that done it.
I was going to say
sicko mode
is actually a bit awkward.
He was like, "Why are you rapping about Kim on Travis's squad?" Like,
it was the directions, and then people actually did the things like, Drake lives here, Kanye lives there. That makes perfect sense. That he's giving straight directions to his house. I was like, it does make sense. It's like I'm seeing it for myself.
No, it's just
he said, but Kanye, I feel like I've seen something where Kanye responded, like I think he did like I don't know if it was an Insta live or something. He's videoing himself walking along
under a train track, innit?
And he says something. I don't know. He says something like, if I had an old girlfriend called
Renata,
and then started singing about Riri,
Rihanna.
and you were married to Rihanna, you wouldn't like it. It's something like that. Something weird.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
But he basically what he's saying is it sounds a bit. You know what this could do, so why would you do it?
Hold on.
Drake took Theo out the call.
Oh crap! Oh, the OVO spies are back. Man.
Oh shit! They never left, Sean. They've always been here. I think it's Kieran. Kieran's the OVO spy.
Part of me loves Drake. I can't deny it.
Same though. Same. That's the problem, innit?
I don't want to though. I don't even want to like him.
My sister gets onto me. She's like, "You're just a Drake fan." I was like, "No, I'm not. I like Drake's music, but it's like it's a bit hard not to like Drake's music."
Like no, but you don't like all of his music though as well.
Nah, yeah.
So don't even generalize it like that.
I don't even try to lie to myself and say like, "Oh, Drake is one of the hardest rappers alive," because he's not. He's just there, and you can't deny the fact he's there. It's like Cardi B. Cardi B makes music. It's all right. I'm not actively going to go try to listen to it, but I'm going to end up hearing it.
I'm going to be real. I put on Certified Lover Boy this morning.
Crazy
I got
Lover
pissed off. Yeah, trust me. I got pissed off because I was just like, why was I vibing to it last week?
You were saying earlier this same week that the album's all right. You said it's okay.
Oh, man. But I'm a Gemini, you know, and I was not in the mood today.
Oh, no. Sean, what's your actual opinion on that album now?
Has yours changed?
Good segue to talk about the music, actually. No, it's not. It's not really. I feel exactly the same way I did as when I heard it that opening week. I think it's another safe, okay project. Do you know what I mean? There's a few takeaways that, you know, well, actually, there's probably the least from any of his projects, but there's a couple takeaways. But there's nothing on there that's progressive. There's nothing on there that's, you know, it's just another one. I can't really. I feel really bad because I don't really have anything to say.
You're the man that says,
I don't get anything from it.
I want to sit with albums. You know, you always say, oh, I want to sit with this album. I want to sit with this album. You're not sitting with Certified Lover Boy. You don't see a point in this case.
I'm trying to be respectful. I can't with this because I feel like I got it within 2 listens. Do you get what I mean?
It's too casual to sit with.
Yeah, I can't sit with it. And there's, like I say, there's not enough on here, even less than Scorpion, for me to take away. You know, in fact, I've got to bring up the track list now, and I'll let you know. But
I was trying, so I came in first listen for me. I'm always just hearing it. I'm not listening. I'm not like trying to dissect anything. Then I couldn't make it through the album, so I said, right, let me come in with an analytical ear. Yeah, let me come in on like some reviewer type vibe. And I was like, oh wait, Drake is trying to say this in the intro, and it maybe sets the scene for the album. Then I came back a third time, because I couldn't make it through that listen either. I came back a third time, I was like, I just don't like this. And it's not anything personal. It's not anything like, oh, this is crap, I just don't like it. And I feel like maybe my expectations were skewed, maybe because of Scary Hours 2. But
Scary Hours 2 was so good. It's confusing.
My expectations were skewed because of Scary Hours 2. But then when I come back to like, reality, there's 3 songs on there that I've been forced to listen to, and there's 2 songs on there that I like.
What are the 3 that you were forced to?
7 a.m. on Bridal Path, fucking Fans, and something else. I can't remember. But I only like Way Too Sexy and Champagne Poetry. And the only reason I like Champagne Poetry is because I like really repetitive beats. I always have. Like anything with like a looped up vocal sample, I'm going to be like, oh, this is hard. You know what I mean? But it's not a good song. And then my sister's like, oh, Masego's version's better. I was like, Masego has a version? Then I listened to Masego and I was like, oh, yeah, Drake really just kind of took a good beat, made it worse, and said bullshit.
That's what J. Cole did with Pipe Down as well. He made the beat sound so good that now I listen to Pipe Down, I'm like, you know what, I like this song now, but it's not because of Drake at all.
I never heard Pipe Down when that come out, so I was like, oh, J. Cole's dropping a new project, and then Theo's not even here to back himself. Theo's like, it's Pipe Down. I was like, what the fuck is Pipe Down? I was like, I'm not paying attention in the group chat properly, so I wasn't paying attention to what Theo said. I was like, it's Pipe Down, it's Pipe Down. Oh, I thought he was telling someone to pipe down, right? And then I listened to Pipe Down. I was like, why has J. Cole destroyed Drake on his own beat? We're talking about the Pipe Down and the Heavens EP thing, but we were kind of coming from the point of talking about the music. We're talking about CLB.
You know what? CLB's grown at me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no, you're on your own with that one.
No, man, on your own now. I flip back. You know.
Have you slipped back?
It's too casual. It's too casual to grow on me. If you got Donda, why would you listen to CLB? Really?
Oh no, I understand that, but I was saying this album. I was cussing this album hard. I was saying it was trash, and I just don't believe it's trash anymore.
40 hard, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I know it's cussing 40 hard because I have to take that back because Champagne Poetry, that beat is hard. Even though I was thinking that beat was just terrible. Terrible.
Anyway. The thing for me, I didn't find the beat bad, but I think I said this to you lot in the group, is it was cutting through Drake on the first listen for me. I was trying to listen to what he was saying because it was one of those ones where it's like, okay, this is one of Drake's intros. He's got something to say, and the beat was just cutting through that sample. Just kept like clashing with his voice. I don't know whether it was just like the headphones I was listening on or the I don't know. But and I'll be honest, I've listened to Freddie's version more. Freddie did more with that beat.
Oh no, Freddie killed the
Freddie gives spat on that.
Yeah, have you not heard it? That's where he calls out. That's where he calls out Kendrick, where he said, "Oh, you're smoking my top 5." Freddie responds to that.
Ah. Damn.
There's too much coming off the back of this Drake album. Like I don't understand why everybody's got something to say on Drake's beats and why everyone's got something to say to Drake.
Because he's the biggest.
Yeah, but he's the biggest in a different field. The people that listen to Drake, on the whole, don't listen to Kanye West. They don't listen to Kendrick. They've never heard of Freddie Gibbs. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it? They are in a different stratosphere. They're in a different realm.
Just trying to steal the Drake hype, though. Do you know what I mean? Just jump on that little hype train.
But everyone did that with Lemon Pepper, and that felt like a different, more victorious moment because the beat was so hard. In this case, I didn't even know Pipe Down was on Drake's album, and I thought J. Cole had just done a J. Cole thing, you know.
But this is why Freddie won't diss Drake. Because he knows the power that comes with Drake. If Freddie gets the Drake feature, that could take him to the next level.
Yeah, but
Freddie dissed Drake.
Nah, he didn't diss Drake.
I don't think he dissed him. I don't think he did. I think it was more aimed at Kendrick and The Game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And even Cole drops that, that great pipe down sort of whatever it's called, Heaven's EP or something like that. And Freddie starts saying mid bars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and then
so he's
Freddie
not afraid to
comes
do
out
it
saying,
to Cole or
I'm about
Kendrick.
to drop soon. Yeah,
they're not really mid bars though. When you really listen to it, I don't know why he said that.
I think I think what he's saying is like he's
competitive
because Cole's he's competitive and I love that. But
there's
like
delusion as well though. Like that's like Virgin on deluded.
No, but I think what he means is like Cole is in the same breath kind of saying, "Oh, I'm number 3," but then he's like kind of slightly jabbing Drake at the same time. It's like just go all in, just go for it. Be the best. Like say you're the best. Because Freddie don't play those games, but Freddie, I could be wrong. I'll hold my hands up if I ever am, but I don't think he'll ever diss Drake because he knows if he gets the Drake feature,
he's in that.
I think he even put Drake in his top 5.
Did he? No, I don't remember. What did he put Drake in his top 5?
He was on Bootleg Kev, and they said, "Who's the top 5 rappers right now?" And he said, "He was like Killer Mike, Voice." This was last year.
Black Thought,
Benny, Black Thought, and Drake.
Oh, that's a very odd skewed list because it's like he's gone for real rappers, then a few throwbacks, and then Drake.
It's the same though. Do you really think Benny's listened to Girls Want Girls?
I think he has.
Benny ain't listening to. But the thing is, Benny's
like,
no, wait.
Some rappers won't listen. What I mean is like there's certain rappers out there that are on a different tier that speak very highly of Drake, right? But will perhaps diss or not specifically like name someone, but they'll what I call generalized jabs at the game or at a group of rappers for saying or doing certain things. But they won't do it towards Drake.
Yeah, but who's at the top of the game? Is Drake in it?
The Drake feature, exactly. If they get the Drake feature, if they get the Drake cosign, anything like that, it could propel them. That's what I mean. So it might not be as
it might not be as cynical as that though. So because I said this on the group the other day, like you rate Andre 3000 because he can put together like pop raps as well, and Drake has mastered that craft too of making like commercial rap songs. It's not something that easy for other people to pull together.
Nah,
I don't know.
There's a craft to what he's doing.
He's got an amazing team. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like Andre 3000 sits there and actually like builds this
I ain't trying
world
to. No,
of stories.
I'm not even trying to like put them on the same.
Don't get me started.
I don't. Yeah, let's not even go down there.
Right, we got sidetracked, yeah. But CLB is arguably a mess, yeah. Whereas Donda is just a lot to take in. Is what I wanted to kind of get to.
CLB is a 6 out of 10 for me. Just gonna drop it.
Yeah, there's nothing to take away from CLB. Like no lyrics are profound on it. There's some on 7 a.m.
Say you're a lesbian
really
girl, me too.
I'm not taking that away. That can stay on the album.
That's you have no idea what bars are, Kieran. That's why you're lame.
That's arguably offensive though as well though. Like it's mad ignorant.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
It's hella ignorant. But when I say this album grows on me, I said this album is literally grown on me rating it about like a 3 to like up to a 6. That's what.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I started at like a 4 and I've gone to about a 6.
I think I peaked at a 4.7 and it goes down every time I listen to it.
I said it peaked.
It peaked. When I tried to really listen to it, I forgot about what I was listening to and I was like, wait, no, this album's still terrible.
I get confused when I listen to CLB. It's weird.
Major features.
It is all over the place as an album. I have to not even treat it as an album, I'm not gonna lie to you, because it is all over the place. But there is some vibes on there, I can't lie.
But that's the dumb.
You're not meant to smile like that after
an
that.
album.
There are some vibes on there, I can't lie.
No. Standalone vibes. But it's like it's crafted like an album. Do you know what I mean? Like he's tried making you think. Yeah.
Donda's an album. Donda's 100% an album, but I guess
Donda's an incredible.
Wait,
album.
we need to go back to the fucking outline. Yeah, how real is this beef? I don't know. If I skip too far ahead, Sean, keep me in line. I don't know where we are.
No. I think we kind of went ahead a bit with the music side of things, but then I read that question. We kind of dealt with it already. I think there's some things
point, though.
with it.
Go on.
I've got a point about that.
Oh, go on.
Rick Ross did that I don't know what he was posting on. I don't know where he said it, but he was just like, I love watching the Drake and Kanye back and forth because it's obviously a joke and it's like fun to watch. I was thinking like, he's close to both of them. He must know like the real tea about what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes I think, oh yeah, this is all for publicity and marketing, especially the way that their albums, this is the second time now where they've really kind of coincided. And then also some of the sort of petty things that have been said in the past, you just think, how can grown men actually dislike each other over this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then when you, if you just, all you have to do is bring it back to the whole story of Adidon thing. And that is serious, really. Like the things that were said, the things that were done around that time, that's the bit that makes me think, I do think this is real. Yeah. I think Drake is living rent-free in Kanye West's head, I've got to be honest. I really do.
Is that really the right way to put it, though? Like,
it depends where we're coming from with it. Because again, as artists, to me, they don't really compare. They don't compare when you look at the discographies of both of them. Even at this point in both their careers, like Kanye West is, say what you want about Donda, it's a way more ambitious, creative, progressive album.
Yeah.
But I think, again, in terms, and it comes all the way back to the beginning about Kanye feeling threatened and about popularity and things like that. That's what I mean. I think that twice now, 2 albums, okay, there was Jesus is King in the middle, but twice now, Kanye's rollout has kind of revolved around the Drake release. Like the mess of Donda's release is kind of coincided with the fact that Kanye wanted them to drop on the same day. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, I'm not saying that he thinks that Drake is better. I just think that in terms of popularity, it's like it's always been a thing for him. But I think just to quickly summarize for Certified Lover Boy, because I think we've got a lot more to say about Donda, is that I think we can all agree that it's not a bad album. It's just more of the same from Drake, done in a slightly different way.
It's done in a worse way.
Fair enough. I think that, like we said,
So hold on, no, man can't say that and not say anything else. Let this man speak. Say what you got to say, because you clearly got something on your chest right now. Man said it's done in a worse way.
No, man. I usually write monologues for these things, you know. But like my monologue only was one sentence. I don't understand this album, and I don't really want to either. That was it.
Boy,
Jesus.
just give him.
See, I was going to say that a lot of the corniness and the, you know, things like the cover art and Way Too Sexy, I think is very much deliberate. And I'm going to be honest, look, Way Too Sexy, I don't listen to in my own time, but if it came on in the club, I'd probably. It's a banger,
man.
I still don't like this song.
Nah, you man.
Your mic though. No, Theo, wait, your mic though. I need to just pause that. Did anyone else get that distortion?
Yeah, that's just Theo now. Theo's just the king of distortion. I don't know what's going on there.
That's the second time now, man.
That's possession.
Oh no, what's going on? Oh, like, yeah, the same dude. No, that song's
I was gonna say, but that's a Future song, basically. This is why I don't like it as well. Why is it on the album? Drake's just got like a little middleweight or something.
When it came out, I said this is the meme song, and then the video came, and I was like, "See, I told you guys. I've spotted what Drake does now, and it's kind of annoying to see."
It's not even Drake's song. He literally just has like what is it, like 25 seconds?
Nah, he has a verse. He has a verse. Respect him, man. He had a verse.
It's not that long though.
But the song and the video did what I think it set out, and it was made me laugh. Like when I watched it, I was cracking.
Yeah, it was comedy because he's a comedy actor.
It's ridiculous.
No, hey, let me just add this into the podcast. I saw Drake in Amsterdam for his Views tour.
Yeah,
that guy was fake on stage. I felt like I was watching an actor.
What you like saying that? He was like, I see you too," and you were like, "I don't feel this at all."
I didn't feel anything that was going on in that. And like there was like balloons dropping and like all the fans were screaming. I was like, this is dead.
Oh no.
No, let's keep it moving.
Let's get him. Oh my god.
Okay, let's compare the rollouts, right? Drake said last year, beginning of this year, Certified Lover Boy is coming, yeah.
What's Drake's rollout, man?
No, but we have to talk about it.
I swear,
that wine and oat milk is kicking in.
We have to talk about it, man.
Theo, man.
He said the album's coming out. Yeah, the
funny,
man
man.
said the album's coming out, and I thought to
I
myself,
said it was in January.
yeah. I said to
He did the
myself,
haircut and everything.
I said to myself, this looks interesting. Sean was like a bit like, what the fuck is this haircut? Yeah, I'm not feeling this haircut. And I was like, I don't know what's about to come out, when it's about to come out, but knowing Drake,
No, mine was the flipping the side, whatever that was. Do you remember the wig that he had on? Or something
yeah.
That was no.
But I was thinking this album will be
about.
out by spring, summertime. And then all of a sudden there's
He
murmurings.
broke his leg. He broke his leg,
That's
remember?
not, the music's already been recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
was
where it was
thinking,
dumb.
I'm like, what?
That's why it was dumb.
So
It's dumb. I don't care if you did your ACL or whatever you did to your leg. The music's done, man. I don't know why he was holding on to it.
So, but then
It wasn't worth it.
Then it started bubbling that it was coming out. We got Scary Hours and whatever else. I was a bit like, okay, maybe Certified Lover Boy is going to be feeling some
that was
type of way,
positive.
be feeling good. Then we got bubblings of the Kanye album. God knows how long. Or Kanye's dropping an album. Kanye's doing something. Kanye's working on something. And then suddenly it felt like it was a race for someone to drop something, yeah. And it wasn't Cole, because Cole already dropped. So Cole had already gone, let me put my piece out. I'm done. And he dropped a good album. But then the way Kanye was treating his album, yeah, it was giving me odd vibes at first. Remember the chains that he posted all them pictures on Instagram? Yeah. I was like, oh, this is something different. This is a bigger moment than what I'm going to class it as. Because previously...
It made me realize he's doing some weird art now.
Yeah. I was like, this is different. With Drake, there was nothing. There was no build-up. There was nothing, whatever. And it was just kind of like, the album's coming out. When? Don't know. Album's coming out. When? Don't know. Kanye live stream. Drake. Album's still coming out. When? Don't know. And it's like, we've already heard Kanye's music. We haven't heard any part of your album. There's not even a single at this point. Think about it. This whole album that's come out, there wasn't a single. The whole album just came out as one thing. So it's like, for me, Drake's rollout felt like the most messy rollout he's ever had in his life.
It was awful, wasn't it?
But this is probably Kanye's cleanest rollout in the last, like...
Until the final moment, though. Until, when it
that's
actually
something
dropped.
we have to get to towards the end, yeah. But what I'm saying is the level of attention that Kanye's put into this is like the most he's put in since...
This is a master plan, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this takes years to plan. It's crazy.
What he's done is weird, because it's like, previously I'm expecting Kanye to just do something erratic, drop it and whatever, but this is like the first time I think I've seen him like focus and do something that's like taking a lot of work.
But I've got a question though, because I agree with you both to an extent about the plan and everything like that. I think it's hard for I'm going to say us. I don't mean us specifically, but it's hard for people to comprehend because it's just very different to every other pop artist, especially within rap and hip hop. Like the whole live events and the streams and that, they're just different, on that scale. But what about the actual music itself though? Because before I say anything, I think it's a good album. I think there's some great songs on there, but I do also think that it's very long and bloated, and I think that some tracks on there don't hold up as much as others. And when you look at the amount of people involved in some of the songs, do you think that the rollout maybe as mad and as chaotic as it may seem to some was planned, but the music itself is perhaps rushed, unfinished, not so focused?
100%.
Well, the music was dropped before he wanted to drop it.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
glad it's
something
come
to
out, because I
consider.
don't think it would have ever come out if we were up to Kanye's devices, because it's like the first thing I heard versus what I'm listening to now is not anywhere near the same thing. And it's like whatever he would choose to drop in the future, you know what I mean? It's like people are calling out for Pablo to have a version 1, version 2, version 3 up. With Donda, how many versions have there been before we heard it? What were the versions like in between each live stream? And the version that's come out now is still getting changed. Like I said yesterday, they've taken Chris Brown off of this. The bass has been done.
I think they put him back on, by the way.
Oh,
I was listening
That's what
to
I was about to say. That's what I was about to say, because
I listened to an hour ago, baffled.
Because on Spotify, when you were saying like Chris Brown was taken off, each time I listened, he was still on the track, and I didn't know if Spotify had updated. I listened again today, and he's still on it.
I'm talking about Apple Music. I was on Apple Music.
Yeah,
Listen to something else. I was like, oh, let me see what Donda's saying on here. Like, is it different?
I was listening to it on Tidal yesterday.
Tidal's
It
different.
was removed.
Yeah.
It was
Tidal
removed, though.
straight away.
Chris Brown wasn't there, but now they've changed it back. I'm just a bit confused, but yeah.
So I think Go on, Sam.
I was gonna say what Drake has dropped was done ages ago, right? And it's come out now. What Kanye's doing, I think he's still working on this album, but it's like the rollouts were two completely different levels of rollout, and Drake has never even done such. This is the poorest rollout from Drake versus the best rollout from Kanye, but people are comparing two completely different styles of music making.
Yeah. I think that's what makes this interesting is that they're clearly beefing. There's clearly a problem there, but the music, the projects themselves, everything surrounding them is so different that
It's
can't
almost
really be compared.
polar opposites, right?
Yeah. But I think that to kind of answer my opinion on the reason why I think Drake's rollout has been the way it has been, and why Kanye's release happened in the way it did, is because I think they were both thinking of each other with this. I genuinely think that Kanye wanted to drop the same day as Drake and kind of do a head-to-head thing. And I think that Drake knew that and wanted to wait it out and see if he could just drop the week after and do kind of what he did, which is, well, he, factually outsold him.
But we've established he's already always gonna outsell anyone.
No, I know that, but that's what I mean. It's like, and it comes back to this element of CLB not really being that serious. It's just like I can piss about and do this and drop it and still sell this amount. Like there's almost like an element of arrogance.
He knew Kanye would get pissed off with a drop like that.
Yeah. Whereas Kanye was, I think the battle he had with the label was, I want to go toe-to-toe with him, and they're like, no, because you're not going to sell as much.
Yeah,
I'm putting it very simply.
Because I read somewhere they wanted Kanye to have a consecutive run of album releases that are number one every week it drops. So I think it's had 9 in a row, and only Eminem's got that, or a bit more. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. I think they're very much. It's a war, there's a war between them and their teams.
What's the goal of the war? Because no one's going to take anyone, you know what I mean? No one's going to knock anyone out of any. If anything, Drake's place is a lot less firm than Kanye's place. Because financially, Drake relies on music a lot more than Kanye does. If we're being 100% honest here.
Yeah, well, Kanye's now in a different stratosphere, isn't he? In terms of his, not just financially, but just like the various different ventures.
Drake has to drop albums. He has to drop albums. It's not a question of should he. He has to make music. Kanye does not need to make music to still stay in touch with the culture or with his fans. There's so many different ways for people to interact with Kanye West nowadays. Yeah.
I still think Kanye West has a larger cultural influence than Drake. Whether it's obvious or not. I try and have this conversation with people because, whilst I've got to a point in my life where I love Kanye West's music and appreciate his influence, but the man himself, I'm not as, do you know what I mean? When I was younger, it was just like everything about him I loved. I just defended everything he did. The man himself is more problematic, but the thing I do try and explain to people, but it's very hard because you can't quantify it, is just the impact that he has had over the last, since he's been on the scene. It's just, it's so hard to actually, unless you really sat down for flipping weeks and just started researching and put and compiled something together. Yeah. It would be hard to quantify like what he's done. Do you know what I mean? In terms of fashion, in terms of music, just across the board.
We're still not left from his era. Do you know what I mean? We're in the era of Kanye and it's still happening.
And he's been going strong for like 15 plus years now.
Mm-hmm. But when he starts comparing himself to these big names throughout history and whatnot, it's it comes across abrasive and incredibly egotistical. But
it's adding up now.
It makes sense as time goes on, right?
It's starting to become a bit creepy. If you look at what he said maybe 6 years ago now, 7 on Sway, it's actually kind of true what he's talking about and what he said on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, maybe you weren't crazy. Maybe we just weren't able to see what you were seeing. But then there's still parts of what he's doing which are losing me, like the whole Wyoming thing. What is that? How do you be involved in that? What the fuck was Sunday service? I'm lost, but I'm still like paying attention because it's like you're not completely failing me. You're still delivering on certain fronts.
Sorry, Theo, you look like you're struggling, man. We need God to breathe on you or something like that. Get you back.
Miracles on me, man. I'm all good. Don't worry.
I thought you were falling asleep. I was like, we might have to press on and wrap this up.
Dude was eating a sandwich earlier. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I'm all good, man.
We saw you eating a sandwich.
This is like I had to.
Let's let Theo talk. Theo, talk about Donda. Just say anything.
Let's talk about the actual music. Let's talk
say
about
anything.
No, man. Donda's special, man. And the people
give us the spices. I want to hear the spices of this album, please. What ingredients?
The ingredients, man. Jesus, the list is flipping endless, man. You're adding everything. Let's roast this bitch up, man. Yeah, Donda's about Donda. Man, it's not just this little salt and pepper, man. Donda is everything, right? So we're chucking a bit of allspice in that, marinated that bitch, give it a slap, and then a little bit of rock salt. Then adding that like chili flakes, give that soul. I want to be like, He's done miracles on me. Have that soul on me. And just chucking those herbs, man. And chucking everything under the sun. Spice, herbs, everything. And then you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You saw the dark, but then when it's the miracles have done on you, man. That's what Donda is. And if you don't feel that, I'm sorry.
Was that auto-tune? What was that?
How did he do that?
No, Sam, you're trolling. No,
I didn't do anything. I was sat
anything. That was me, man. What are you on about? That was me.
That was the steer. That's the steer
That
raw.
was me.
The notes were hit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
You thought that was Sam? No, that was me.
He's going to have miracles on himself.
Whoa. God breathed on you, man. Jesus.
Yeah, man. Because Donda did it shit, man. I told you. I started off with saying he's done miracles on me. Okay, sorry about that.
Clean album. Yeah. No swears from this point.
Right, so that's just reminded me. So let's dig into the music. So the thing for me with Donda, yeah, again, I like the album, but in terms of like, I would have liked it to have been more focused. And it's just there's little things. There's things like, I would have loved it if Kanye said to all the people that came on and recorded verses, like, don't swear in your verse, rather than doing the verse and then cutting out the swear words. You get what I mean? Like, make people really tap in. And I think the only one on there that maybe did it, and I don't even know if it was intentional, was Jay Electronica. I can't remember hearing a swear word. I might be wrong.
When he said something about my something, God, some scream Christ tears, he goes, You know what I'm talking about? He said some weird bar about something Christ tears. He goes, I'm like, okay, Jay Electronica, you on some weird stuff.
The weird thing is Kanye has some of his lyrics blanked out as well, and I figure why did you swear in this?
Exactly. I don't know why.
It's just things like that. It's just like little inconsistencies. Because I feel like there was this. It's a bit like Pablo for me, where there's potential there for it to be like impeccable. Do you know what I mean? Like, no,
I enjoy the chaos in this album though, compared to the Pablo chaos. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
In this one, it's like, okay, like the chaos is actually an art here. In Pablo, it was just a bit like, this is chaotic because like his mental health is like trash right now.
Yeah.
I don't think his mental health. I think his mental health, even if it's trash right now, it's focused like that whole spiritual journey he had in Jesus is King period, right? It's managed to focus his mind to be able to make good music again and like have a crux. So even if he's getting lost in the crazy section at the beginning, and then like trying to find himself in the middle, and then like realizing like where he can go at the end, it's always that crux is like his spirituality. And I think it keeps it making sense still, even though it's all chaotic, it's all madness.
So like, can I go through like my favorite tracks for you? Like, is that all right? Because I feel like you've all listened to it more than me. Because admittedly,
I listen to it non-stop. I ain't gonna lie. I don't listen to it all non-stop. I listen to the middle section a lot. From off the grid down to wherever I get bored or where my journey stops.
Let's let Sean speak.
So off the grid, to me is like 10 out of 10 instant classic.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Fabio's verses.
Off the grid.
Kanye slaps on that as well.
Yeah, Kanye goes in, but Fabio, wow.
Yeah.
I love Jail.
Jail's
Hurricane.
I'm not feeling that one. I feel like that's just not my type of vibe.
Well, Jail.
Yeah, the song's just a bit weird. Guess who's going to jail tonight? God's going to post my bell tonight. That doesn't make no fucking sense, man. I don't like that.
But Jail, No, but this is.
I made it make sense to you though. I explained it to you.
I don't need it. I don't need the sense because to me it's still not making. You could tell me exactly how it makes sense. I'm still going to tell you it makes no fucking sense because it's stupid. Like I don't need to hear that. But go on, Sean.
But I feel so. The thing that does it with Jail for me is one is that it's got that stadium feel. And it makes me think of the live events, and two, it's so all the songs apart from Off the Grid, which is just a banger. All the ones I'm about to name made me like really feel something when I was listening to them, like actually like goosebumps and things like that. So Jail, Hurricane, 24, Jesus Lord, No Child Left Behind. That's like my absolute favourites. Those to me, like when I listen to them, I really feel something. And I'm like,
Moon is amazing.
No, Moon, Don Toliver, yes.
Go to the moon. Like, man, I'm going.
This man is on something else today.
So Don Toliver does it for me on that track, but like outweighs it for me. Whereas the rest of the song is, I still like it. It still is a good song, but it's not on the level of the others for me. The other ones are really, really like. I'm like, oh wow, this is powerful. Do you get what I mean?
But 24 hours does it for you.
24, yeah.
24 was powerful. Like,
24 was amazing.
Yeah, 24 hits.
That's a proper gospel song,
right
though.
now.
That's a proper gospel song. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
So that's like these songs that I've mentioned are the ones where I feel like he's nailed it. Do you get what I mean? Whatever he's going for, he's got it like spot on basically. The rest of the album is like, and like I said, there's things like Moon and some other tracks which are also good tracks.
Yeah.
And nothing on there is bad from what I can think of.
No,
Like,
there's something that's
nothing-
bad.
there is.
Television
There's
shouldn't exist.
Yeah, Television.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah,
Sam.
okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
yeah,
That
yeah.
track is just, it should never, ever, ever be
Yeah,
on that.
you're
I
right,
said
you're right,
right
yeah.
from the beginning. I just
Yeah,
don't
it's-
know why
it's
it's
true.
on there. It's just
It
stupid.
feels weird. Every time it comes on, I
dumb.
skip it because I'm like, oh, I'm near
Oh,
the
I
end of the
skip it
album now.
every time.
Skip.
It's dumb.
I get
honestly, put
I
that
get
in
he's
there.
trying to celebrate a life, innit? And it's like we're celebrating Donda's life, let's celebrate Pop's too. It licks the 5-year, but there's no other point of it, really.
Oh, it's just
It doesn't
dumb.
need to
It
be
really
there.
is.
I can do without it.
There I am through all the listening parties. I remember when I heard it the first time, I'm thinking, oh, what are you going to do with this? Listening party 2, it's still the same. Listening party 3, it's still the same.
Like, it doesn't make sense why he didn't use the one on the Pop Smoke album, or that one that do you know that unreleased one, that part 2, that it sounded kind of crazy, but I don't know what he was doing with this one.
But yeah, so that okay, fair enough. That's one that I would remove. But other
There's a
than that,
number
I mean,
of songs on here that I'd remove.
It's things like, but it's things for me. It's like the ideas there. There's elements to it that I like for instance, Don Toliver on the hook. But then there's a track like something like God Breathed. I'll go into a bit more detail. I like the track. It just goes on a bit too long for me. It's like enough has been done.
The ending goes on.
Yeah. What else have we got?
Off the Grid doesn't feel long though, and it's the longest song on the album.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That's
apart
the
from
difference,
Jesus
is
Lord, but that's a whole different thing because there's a massive
Jesus,
speech in it.
Yeah.
No, Jesus Lord sends me into the stratosphere.
As soon as I hear that Larry Hoover Jr. bit though, I do press next.
Wow.
I don't need to hear that.
Really?
It's sad.
But
It's
but
really
that's the difference,
sad.
though.
No, it's sad. Yeah.
But that's the difference. Is like Off the Grid and Jesus Lord. To me, it doesn't matter that they're so long because they're executed right. Like he got it right. Whereas and then there's a song like is it Keep My Spirit Alive that has the Griselda features?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want West Side Gun to start going doop, 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 and all that on there. I don't want to hear Conway giving all this sort of greasy talk, but I wanted more from Conway's verse. I guess I wanted more from the pair of them,
Conway's
really.
verse. I wanted more from Conway.
It's not amazing, but the bars are good though.
Yeah, but he's just saying
that's what I
basic
mean.
stuff
It's
that he
good.
said
You
a million times.
You wanted more. Yeah.
It's good, but it's like again, it comes to that thing of like I don't mind all the features and all the producers working on it, but if there was a real plan going in, it's like right, I want you to do this verse. Don't swear. This is the theme. Exactly like what Andre 3000 did, basically. It's such a shame that didn't make this album.
That's
Sam,
why a
you
lot of
haven't
things
heard it, have
that people have sent verses and whatever didn't make it on the album because they didn't stick to the theme. Like apparently Chris Brown had a verse on New Again rather than just a chorus. He was talking about
That was in
one
the
thing.
listening party though.
Yeah,
I remember
but
it.
I'm saying when I say apparently, it means that it's not here in what we can listen to now.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So he had a verse. Soulja Boy sent a verse in. Countless other rappers have sent verses in, but it's like they would talk about the topic for like 2-3 bars and then start talking about regular stuff. And he was like, no, that's probably why Future's not on this album, to be honest.
No, but that's what I'm saying though, is that Andre did. Andre's is like probably this is why I'm actually gutted it's not on here, because I feel like he really sat down, took in what Kanye wanted from him, wrote an incredible verse, and then Kanye goes and raps about Drake on it, and it kind of just meshes the whole thing up. Do you know what I mean? It's just that was a statement from Andre. It was like, I didn't really want to be a part of this beef. I don't think that's why the song didn't end up making the album. I think there's another reason, but I think Andre was like kind of maybe glad it didn't, because I think he was like the remit he was given was like, the album's about my mum. It's a dedication to my mum. The song is, and Andre was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do a verse about my mum. And it's beautiful. It's so well done. Has everyone heard it?
It's one of his best verses, to be honest.
I'm still hoping that when the album's finished and it comes out, it'll be on here. But if it's not, then I'll hit. I'm giving it to the end of the year, then I'll listen to it. You know what I'm like with leaks, man. I don't like listening to leaks too much.
But I think that's what I mean about the features, is I would have kind of liked it if everyone did that. I felt like everyone did that for Twisted Fantasy. Like they were really like in the world, and those verses were for that album. Do you get what I mean?
The thing is, though, this album's so expansive that I feel like, for me, the features match the song's world, because the song is depicting like a certain period in his journey or life or whatever, right? So all the stuff on Off the Grid is so crazy. There's so many bars. You don't even know, like, how is this relating to Donda, her journey or whatever? But it's like they're talking about a certain time period that Kanye's feeling. And you can go to another track and feel like that as well.
This is everybody who's on this album. This is some of their best verses in the last however many
100%.
But there's a lot of out there stuff.
Feature.
A lot of people can't get with Baby Keem doing the let's get.
Oh no!
I like that.
Baby Keem, snap.
I don't know what he's doing, but I love it.
It. I'm sorry, he is such a special talent. What he did it's just amazing.
Taps into a new flow as well.
Yeah,
man.
it was just
this album has some of the best verses we've heard all year.
Yeah, 100%.
On many verses as well.
He got a bell to sound like a flipping angel. I'm sorry, man. Like I have not heard The Weeknd sing that good in a long time. Literally,
people don't like it though, and I'm confused why they don't like it, because it's like, for me, that song has been carrying me ever since it came out. Do you know what I mean?
That's the best The Weeknd sounded. Like,
Baby killed it as well.
Ever even.
Everybody killed it.
Yeah, and some people don't like Little Baby's verse.
Lil Baby
I don't understand that.
Yeah, because like some of the reaction videos that I've seen on YouTube, they have been slating Little Baby. Or I liked it until Little Baby came on. I was like, what the hell are you hearing, man? I like Little Baby on there.
Need to find it.
Yeah, I must admit, I thoroughly enjoyed Donda features a lot more than I enjoyed CLB features, because, you know, I guess the purpose of the conversation
there's such a contrast, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like CLB features feel a bit phoned in, and like they're just a bit easy and safe. Whereas
this is the thing with Kanye, it's like if he hits you up, you're like, I need to bring the best performance I've ever done. Right?
He saw the 5-year foreign interview. What he said, he gives you a uniform to wear for starters. You know what I mean? Like, he's proper serious in what he's doing, and it's a bit like, I don't feel like Drake even met half the people that are on his album. He just sent them a beat. I was like, yeah, send me your lyrics.
I mean, like, he does get them to. JLX still got my feature of the year because he went off. I'm sorry, the way he was just rapping was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, for me it is. He's my feature of the year because he just went off. Oh god,
I think it was a return to form. Whereas 5-year, I think I've never heard him rap that good.
Shock factor.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop from that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But because I was tossing between the two, but when I think what it is with 5-year, it was a shock factor. But when you actually properly deep JLX, like what he's saying, it kind of just blew me away. Anyway, he's definitely my feature of the year.
And to kind of bring it back as well, to clarify what I mean, I don't think the features were off topic. Like, I think like Lil Baby's verse was very much fitting. I think Dirk's verse as well. What Baby said something like, was it walking on a bridge? I threw my sins in the deep end, or something like that. I was like, this guy's got a pen, man. Like, you know what I mean? Imagery. It was just like I say, just back to the focus thing. I would have loved for them to just not sweat. If that's what you're doing now, Kanye.
I don't think that's what he's doing. I think this is the clean version of the album, and we haven't got the explicit version yet, just because fuck knows.
But no, like I said, if I didn't give, we're not doing a full-on review. I've not like given an exact score, but this is more around the 8 mark for me. This one.
Okay, I'm saying it's a
good
10.
album.
I'm saying it's a 10, but I have Kanye bias. If I remove my Kanye bias, it's probably like an 8 something, 9 something.
No, Sam. Even my objective is like in the tens, isn't it? But it's like 9.7.
In the 10s,
I'm
not
not.
even-
Yeah,
There's
I'm
only
not-
one
like,
10. Kieran.
Yeah,
You can't have 10.5.
You know what I mean? Like when you round
In
it up
the
a bit.
tens, you know,
When you round it
right,
up,
that's funny.
yeah.
No, but I
But
hear
when
what
you
Sean's
bring it-
saying. This versus okay, CLB is not bloated in the sense that songs feel long or songs feel out of place. There's just a lot of songs that I don't like, yeah. Whereas with Donda, there's a lot of songs. They are all very, very long, yeah. And there are parts of it that are a bit too much. I feel that. But I just don't care. You know what I mean? I
Donda's a lot,
kind of
though.
like
It's
it.
not like Donda's not meant to be a one sit listen. Do you know what I mean? You never do that. You can't sit there for that long listening to all of that.
Nah, you can't.
No,
That-
and I
that's
learned that.
fine. That's fine
Yeah.
though.
I learned that after a few listens. It's like, no, don't put pressure on yourself to sit down for 2 hours and
Oh yeah,
try and
yeah,
take this
yeah.
in.
You're not meant to.
Well,
I break it down
yeah.
in sections.
Although
all the
it
time,
is
right?
quite a mad
Yeah.
experience. Like I think the first time I did it, like I fell asleep halfway through the album. I woke up and Come to Life was on, and I was like, I felt like I was in
Oh
heaven.
my God.
It was. I felt like I was seeing like dead people around me and shit. It was bad. Yeah. It was-
Turn into the Sixth Sense. Cool.
So where do we go from here in regards to the beef? Because we've kind of discussed both of the albums, right?
Drake lost. The beef's over.
But was it even a beef? Because I guess this is the point that Sean was trying to get us to get to, is like, is this a beef or is this just like some elaborate kind of marketing push? Because who does this
It's a
benefit?
bit mad though that Drake's the one that leaked that Andre track that has the Kanye diss on it. That's one bit we haven't discussed.
That was I
That
can't
was
understand
weird.
That
Was, and Andre was
odd.
like, "I'm a bit upset it got released in this way." So I feel like it would have got released one day. That's why it's so annoying.
Sam, listen to that song for the people, please.
No.
Listen to it now and give us
Yeah,
your
you have
feedback,
to.
innit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
that
an
song is
essential
hard.
part of this.
Yeah, it is.
Come on.
That song is
Nah,
amazing.
man, I'm not missing anything. I know
In
what
the
I'm
sense
doing.
that it's 3 stacks, man. 3 stacks.
Ooh.
It's unreal, man. It's so good. So good. Oh, man.
But seriously,
where does the beef go?
Do we think this beef is real? That's what we need to establish. I think it's real to the degree that Kanye really does care about what's going on right now, but Drake doesn't really.
I think that Drake forgives Kanye a lot, and then Kanye just goes and does something else again. I think that's the
what
way
I
it works.
think. Yeah,
Because
that's
if you listen
exactly-
to 7 a.m. in whatever, like he says, yeah, he says it in something in that like, why'd you keep doing this again, kind of thing, or like you're actually like a child now doing it this way, or something like that. And I just got this vibe. Yeah, I got this vibe like Drake forgives him every time Kanye does something.
Drake really, really likes Kanye.
He does, doesn't he?
As
He
the artist
idolizes
and
him.
everything, and he idolizes him so much, and he will be there to help him. But every time they get cool, he does something wild, and he just thinks, you know what, just fuck this guy. Why am I even bothering with this guy anymore? And then he comes back and goes through that cycle again, only for the same thing to happen again.
I don't know. My thing is more, I think, since the whole 2018 scandal, like there's no going back really, because even if Drake becomes open to it, like you say, Kanye's so erratic. Like, you know, one moment Kanye's on Twitter saying, "Oh, I forgive Drake," or "I want Drake to forgive me," this and that, and then we'll go and blast him in the next hour or something like that. I think that I agree with you in the sense that Kanye, just the way Kanye is, doesn't allow for it to ever be reconciled. But I also think that it was fairly deep, all of what happened around that time, and the fact that Kanye aligns himself with people like Push, and Drake's with Wayne, and there's the issues between Push and Wayne and Push and Drake, and do you know what I mean? It's all intertwined. Even though it's not one of those beefs where you think like, it's not like 50 and Ja Rule where you think, someone could get killed here. It's not like that, but I just think I don't know if there's any going back.
You just
really.
reminded me, actually, that dynamic was there in Watch the Throne as well, because Jay-Z dissed Wayne on one of the tracks. I think it was Ham. I can't remember. And then Wayne responded on Drake's track. Oh, no, Drake responded on Wayne's track? What is that? It's good. You know that track on Carter 4?
Mm.
Anyone? Not ringing any bells at all.
No, it's ringing bells.
What point am I trying to make?
I was letting you get there
What
because
am I
I'm thinking,
saying?
I'm with you.
Wait.
Then you.
Okay, wait, yeah. So What did I say? Oh, shit, I can't make the point.
No, it's all
What am I trying to
good.
say, man?
I think I know what you're on about.
I want to finish off my point because I think it's too late for me to like link
Wait,
it
what's
together.
the song on Carter 4? Because you made it. Yeah,
Carter 4, it's good.
I saw where you were going.
It's good. I think Wayne, this is Jay-Z on that or something, and like Drake backed him. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I know that Clips and Lil Wayne, or had a little thing, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, and then it sort of transpired into Pusha T more. Like, what was the song Exodus? Do you remember that one? Pusha T.
Yeah.
We got to start talking about Pusha T and his track record with disses. Like, he's up there, man. I don't think there's many people with.
He's top tier.
Yeah, because Exodus. I remember watching that the first time, just being like, "This guy's evil." Like, what? It's just like different mode.
How does this compare to other beefs? I don't think it does, because this is two proper juggernauts rapping at each other or going at each other, and it's not really it's like a silent beef. It's a cold war. Like no one's really said
dramatic.
anything.
It's definitely
very
a Cold
dramatic.
War. Yeah, it's Cold War.
But it's very obvious what's going on.
Mm.
Donda dropped Sunday. Certified Lover Boy came out the Friday.
I'd almost call it like I don't know if the first is the right word, but it's like a celebrity beef, a celebrity rap beef, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like rap beefs they're either usually, they come from the streets, it's something to do with a disagreement that's happened, on the streets, or it's about the bars. Do you get what I mean? It's like, this.
It's neither of these things. Yeah.
And it's neat. Yeah. And it's neither of these things. And I'm trying to think of another beef similar to this, and I can't think of it. Because it's not even like, it is political, but it's also like TMZ worthy. Do you get what I mean? It's on that sort of gossip level. So I don't think this compares to anything at all. And I think
it's a numbers thing as well, isn't it? Like no artists in hip hop have ever done numbers like this. Numbers that compete with any artist in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They both broke records with the exact same, that exact same kind of numbers being broken, records being broken or whatever. It wasn't like, Drake sold 1 million first week and this and that, whatever. Like the stats are pretty much the same on this one, which was a bit weird.
Yeah. And I see it going on. Like I say, I think as long as Kanye West is the way he is, I think Drake will constantly be in his mind, and Drake's got to a point where, as shown with Certified Lover Boy, he's not really taking things that serious anymore. So he's just going to keep jabbing, prodding. And then we've got a Pusha T album coming as well. So he's bound.
I know there's disses in that because
I know there's going to be disses.
In Television, he hints at something on that album that's like going to be heat. I don't know if he's got something to say.
That's the thing. He brought it back up again, didn't he? On Television, yeah.
He mentioned something. I can't even remember what it is.
Again. Like, I need to get the lyric, but he started opening it back up again.
It was interesting.
We haven't heard from Pusha T since that last beef, since his last album, and it's time for him to start talking, especially now, because Pusha T's like the front man for Kanye. He's going to come and send for you, so it's going to be awkward when Pusha T's album drops. We're going to get something from Drake. Probably he needs to stop using the safety of EPs to please the rap fans. He needs to commit to a full project to please the right type of fans, which he tried to do with his old double disc thing a couple albums ago, but it didn't land properly. Maybe he's
that was it. I've got the lyric. Oh god, yeah, I remember. So obviously, he says, "Look, Tyler's got the album of the year for now, but Pop's about to drop. I see the platinum in the clouds. Now Push about to drop, so real trappers stick around." And it's this one. The crown is only for the king. They're trying to place it on a clown.
Drizzy.
He's a comedy actor, isn't he? Yeah. I said it already.
You love that one. You love that line. That's your new line. You can't call Drake by his name anymore. You have to call him the comedy actor.
Pusha T, man.
The Canadian.
The thing is, Pusha T, people, like when you hear people talk about him, they say he's such a nice guy. But then there's just this switch in him.
I can't imagine
evil
it.
Switch.
Have you not seen it when he's rapping on some radio station? He's like this. When his eyes all bugging out. I don't know. I don't think Pusha T's all there. I think he's a bit unhinged.
Hey, this is Kieran and thanks for listening.
Shout out to my Indian people, I see you. Don't leave without hitting the link in the podcast notes to join our Discord server, where the discourse of our episodes continues. We've got curated playlists and more for you to check out there. Namaskar.